Season 3, Episode 9 of Ted Lasso. We're back at it again. We watched the previous 8. If you didn't check those out, you know what to do. It's what you expect from a reaction video. We sit, we watch it. You watch with us. It's cut up very short because we don't want copyright claims. That's just how this all works. And then we talk about it. I encourage you to watch that portion. We get a lot of discussion going, and that's where a lot of the comments come into play. And it's been fun. It's been great seeing people asking questions, giving their thoughts.
It'll be interesting to see where things go. We only have a few more episodes left, so it'll be interesting to see where we go from here.
I can tell you right now, this is already one of my favorite episodes because I'm looking ahead that the runtime is 44 minutes. That's only 44 minutes that we have to spend time together, Adam. That's a gift. That's my gift to you.
Is that what it is? Okay.
No, there is a review afterwards. Again, I can't emphasize that enough.
And I do want to say, you know, the feedback and comments that we've gotten so far this season have been awesome to read, and looking forward to seeing what kind of comments we get on this episode. And with that, let's just go ahead and jump into it.
Let's do it.
Everyone's having a good time.
Whistle! Oh, great job!
Woo! You hear that? Roy said y'all did a great job.
Nice shot, mate.
McAdoo's still being weird about this.
Do you want to get a beer or something later? Have a chat?
No.
Okay. So that's got to happen.
I'm wondering if it's because he didn't own up to it.
Maybe he thought they were boys, they were friends, and he's hurt that he didn't feel he could have confided in him. I don't know.
Right.
So, have you heard from Jack yet? Oh, so much blue.
Hey, boss, you mind if I skip the press conference today? Michelle and I got these parent-teacher meetings I don't want to miss.
Of course, Ted. Family first.
I appreciate it.
Ooh. We could have Roy do it. I know he hates that stuff, but he is really good at it.
I mean, you know, fine by me.
Great idea. So, I need you to fill in for Ted at today's press conference, if that's okay.
Fuck no. I mean, I'd love to.
Wonderful. Shall we?
I'm really looking forward to him at a press conference.
Well, we know how he does on TV, so...
Right. The only thing that'll be missing is Trent Krim asking him the questions.
Delivery for Mr. Shelby.
It's Shelley. Oh my God. Sorry, hey. What are you doing here?
Rupert's going to show up.
Oh, dang. He got to his afternoon kiss before I did.
Oh.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
It's worthwhile to meet you.
It's worthwhile to
Jade.
meet you.
Yeah, Jade, if this young man wasn't so brilliant, I'd say that you were out of his league. And Nate, mate, don't screw this up. No.
Oh, man. We setting the table for Rupert moving in inappropriately at one point or another?
Yeah.
Did you know that Ted wasn't doing his press conference today?
Yes. I asked Roy to fill in.
Ah, that explains it.
Is there a problem?
That is not what I said, Gary.
You quote right here.
But what I meant was that Joe Walsh, underrated, Jimmy Page, overrated. I mean, Page is a fucking court stenographer on Adderall.
Oh, my God. I don't know if Roy can outdo that.
Hello. Stairway to Heaven is a glorified fingering exercise, and you all know it.
Good.
Miss Walton?
Yes.
In your opinion, who's the greatest classic rock guitarist of all time?
Thank you very much.
Did she not have an answer?
Sorry about that.
The guy from Creed.
It's all right. Don't start with me, Leslie. I panicked. Oi! Kent! Get your hairy ass into my office now!
Every single one of you knows my ass isn't hairy. Yet none of you spoke up.
Yet none of you spoke up.
I will never forgive you.
Oh, Colin is going to talk to Trent about this situation.
Yep.
So are folks still dissecting frogs in science class these days, or is it all just talking about the frog's feelings now?
Honestly, both. Miss
At first, I thought he was asking Trent that question, and I was like, well, it's just Ted being Ted.
Isaac knows.
That Ted's son is failing science. Scandal.
You won't talk to me.
Give him a minute. You shouldn't have to, but some people need it. Don't forget, you've known your Kate for 20 years.
Much longer than that. Once I was out with my mum, I never looked back.
Wow.
If I ask you to do a press conference, do the fucking press conference.
Okay, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't realise it was a big deal.
Is that the plan for the rest of your life? You're just going to walk away from everything the second it isn't fun?
Oh, I see where she's going.
Ooh.
Get out of your own way, man. Because this whole woe is me thing you've got going on is just fucking ponderous.
All right.
So lovely to meet Kate.
Oh, Jade. It's Jade.
Oh, yes, of course, Jade.
He knew.
Nothing better than the love of a woman.
Okay, then.
Hey, after the match, let's go for a drink, if you're up for it.
That'd be great. Shall I invite Jade?
No, I was thinking it's just the two of us. A guy's night.
What's his angle?
He's
Rupert.
gonna get him to cheat on Jade.
Yeah, I could see that, or yeah.
Oh, it's Jack. She's saying that she's in Argentina for the next couple of months. Well, I think our break is actually enough.
It should have been. I mean,
Go get him, Captain.
it's painful, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Damn. It just keeps getting worse. I mean, inevitably, this is going to cost them something on the field, I assume, in this match.
Right.
Steps in and Brighton are off. And just like that, Joey Miller puts Brighton up 1-0.
What?
There fucking goes over there.
Right, yeah, okay, you're playing me.
Obisanya diffuses the situation, but McAdoo remains incandescent. My word.
He's losing it, man.
Yeah, he is.
And that's the half. Brighton's up 1-0, but it's still anyone's game.
I don't know that McAdoo and Colin can resolve this at halftime, but we'll see. That is me, that guy right there, with this whole thing with McAdoo acting like a clown about this.
What did you say to me? What? This is unbelievable. We have no idea why, but it appears to
Oh my God.
It's an obvious red card. McAdoo clearly has to go. Get me the fuck out of here! After all hell broke loose, halftime finally gets underway, and the Greyhounds have much to discuss.
If it helps, the fan has been removed. And I apologise for my dad. Sorry, not the time for jokes.
What if one of us is gay? Huh? We shouldn't have to deal with this shit!
It's pretty obvious. Isaac's gay, right?
All right, fellas, let's focus on the second half. And what we
Whoa,
got...
whoa, whoa, whoa.
There we go.
Isaac's not gay.
You gotta go deal with that. Or you're gonna fuck up whatever it is you actually do care about.
He's right, you know.
Will.
The little things we get mad about are like snowflakes on a mountain. And if we wait too long, then we're just one sneeze away from an avalanche that will kill us all.
Thank you, Will.
So we cool?
Of course. Yeah. Colin, we do care, you know? When I was growing up back in Kansas City, I had a buddy named Stevie Jewell. Now, he was a huge Denver Broncos fan. I told him that I didn't care. And I didn't, you know? He had to watch back-to-back Super Bowls with the Denver Broncos in them all by himself. First one, he ate an entire 7-layer dip. Apparently, he destroyed the toilet in his parents' basement. I remember the rumor at the time being that he caused $9,000 worth of damage. I should have been at his house both them years, sharing that 7-layer dip with my friend, while his garbage-ass team wins back-to-back Super Bowls.
Did you just compare being gay to being a Denver Broncos fan?
That's what I was wondering. I mean, he did.
What the fuck are Denver Broncos?
Well, no, that's a very good question, too, yeah.
We knew it was inevitable. The team would be there for him. The coaches would be there for him.
It is a Dolly shirt.
The Lasso way. Wonder what the recordings are they're sending.
Yes! And Richmond have done it! They complete the...
All right. Colin's got a weight off his shoulders. Big momentum shift at half. Makes sense.
The Welshman played like a man reborn.
Yeah.
So the girls will be joining us tonight, shall we?
I thought it was a guys' night.
Well, yes. Trust me, it is.
Not even like a little conversation. It's just boom. You're here. Let's go to the private room with these ladies. Like Nate's having a moment. He's realizing.
Actually, Rupert. I'm so sorry. I need to leave.
Yeah. It's a game to Rupert. He knows what he's doing.
How you feeling about the win streak, Roy?
No way. Do not come near me with that shit. You never talk about a streak. My grandparents were happily married for 51 years because they never said a fucking word to each other. Scram.
Well done, gentlemen. Congrats. Press is ready for you, Ted. It's a big one.
That's what that lady from the American office said. Okay, I'll be right there.
It's gonna be Roy.
I'm really looking forward to this. I don't think it's going to be a disaster. It's just going to be satisfying.
Any questions? You, 5 o'clock Shadowhead.
Coach Kent.
5 o'clock Shadowhead.
What Isaac did was awful. He was lucky he only got a red card.
Okay, so why did he do it?
When I was first coming up through Sunderland, there was an old-timer on the team, local guy. He and his wife were about to have their first kid. I made a joke that statistically, I was probably the real dad. I bumped into him in a pub, and I got the chance to say sorry for my stupid fucking joke. He and his wife had lost the baby.
Yeah.
Before all that went down. So for Isaac to do what he did today, even though it was wrong, I give him love. You, Goblin King, go.
Goblin King.
What happened to guys' night?
Here we
and
go.
Colin.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey.
You lied to me.
There it is.
I was 99% sure that you'd support me. But the 1% chance that you wouldn't? You scared the shit out of me.
I don't know, you did it. Can't keep a secret for shit.
I know. Another.
Would you ever shag a woman?
No, I'm gay.
I know, but what if you had to?
1967, Raquel Welch.
My man. Who's the fittest guy?
I won't. I love you, boyo. You can't say it, can you?
No. But you know I do, yeah?
All works out. A lot of it we kind of knew was going to happen, and it all sort of came to fruition in this episode, particularly with Colin and Isaac now that was brought into the fold, their conflict from the last episode. But even Nate and Rupert, we've talked about really from the beginning. We suspected that maybe Rupert was going to be sort of this, or Nate was going to see Rupert for what he was and make a decision. Rupert sees Nate and Jade being happy, and he just wants to destroy that. I think it's maybe that simple. It's kind of like you know, pure evil. I mean, we talk about, I've seen some criticisms about this season that there's no true villain, but like that is villain sort of personified.
It's also possible he looked at Nate as this lump of clay, that he could mold in his into his own image, and Nate now resisting that. Yeah, you got a girlfriend, but this is a guy's night. We can still play. He sees Nate as somebody he can mold into basically being another version of himself.
Well, or also keep in mind too that, to your point, really, is that Nate was recruited and basically employed by Rupert because he had been wounded. Rupert saw him as vulnerable, and hey, I can bring him in this state and he will become reliant on me, and therefore I can mold him, or I can manipulate, or whatever you want to call it. So the idea that Nate is finding happiness outside of what Rupert has given him, even if Rupert took Nate for granted plenty of times, in that moment, oh, whoa, I can't have Nate's attention and loyalty all of a sudden. I don't like this. And he's happy, and I have nothing to do with that. I don't like this. I'm going to destroy it.
It'll be interesting to see if Rebecca doesn't do something after she has already given him a warning, right? There's obviously still hard feelings between her and Rupert. And I don't know that she's let those go to the point that if Rupert doesn't change his ways, which obviously he's not, Rebecca's not going to do something like rat him out.
Let's talk about Colin for a second. I think it's pretty apparent. I mean, not only apparent in what it all meant and what was going on with Isaac. I mean, he laid it out there pretty clearly. And we suspected that, hey, maybe this is what's going on with Isaac.
He was mad that he didn't trust him and tell him. Right.
Yeah. And so he took it personally. And I think Colin explained it very well and very delicately and like a friend. A part of me wants to like be angry, and part of me wants to say, all right, good job, writers of Ted Lasso, in that they made Isaac a little bit unbearable with his, you know, anger with the situation. They were starting to push it where I'm like, I don't know if that's why he's mad. I don't know who would take it this far. But somehow, in pure Ted Lasso show fashion, they kind of brought it together, and they made it work. As much as we were like, it's like Nate, we're like, you're furious, and then they're starting to kind of like get in your head and just make it all, patch it up, and it's believable enough.
Isaac is like a young version of a Roy, right? He's got a lot of anger in him and a lot of that's kind of part of his fuel and who he is. He's a very intense, angry type of player and just person. And I think that's why Roy was the perfect person to go talk to Isaac, because Roy can relate to that. And Roy's story, you know, when talking to the press was, I think in a lot of ways, he was the perfect person to deliver that, because everyone knows how angry Roy is. So if somebody said Roy attacked someone, I don't know, like a paparazzi photographer taking photos on his first date or something, you know, you wouldn't be surprised with Roy doing that. And I think to a certain extent, you know, Isaac being the captain and having that kind of angry personality, I think there was a lot of just, this is my friend, and I'm not gonna, I can't out him, but I can't let you just sit there and say something that like you just said.
Well, and also Roy in season 2 kind of getting through to Isaac when he had kind of lost his mojo, so to speak, you know what I mean?
Right.
On the field, and kind of take him into a pickup game of soccer, football, and kind of a continuation of that, but also a bit of a mirror situation between Roy and Isaac, and that he recognized Isaac's acting out, like you said, from an anger side of things, but also like Roy also has things going on that aren't surface level, and sometimes they come out surface level.
And Rebecca's calling him on it, right?
Exactly.
You know, that's one of the things. Rebecca was making it seem like it was just about him not wanting to do the press conference.
Yep.
But she phrased it in such a way that she was chastising him about Keeley at the same damn time, right?
And I think Roy
we all
that.
knew it. He knew it.
Yeah. Man, Roy crushed that news conference, not just from handling the press, but with the audience considered. Rebecca, Keeley.
Yeah, and you know, Roy is still Roy in the end of the day, and he'll never forgive all those guys for not sticking up for the fact that he, you know, he does not have a hairy ass apparently, and they all knew it. They didn't stick up for him. You know, Keeley and Jack are broken up. They are, Jack was ghosting. They're now officially off.
I don't know about you, by the way. I don't know about you, but that whole Keeley Jack thing, I didn't need the confirmation that they were broken up. I felt like it was pretty clear to me after the last episode, but I guess we got confirmation nonetheless.
I would have liked to have had a little bit more of the parent-teacher conference, because the little we overheard was golden, and I almost would have liked a little bit more of that.
You get Roy in on these parent-teacher conferences because there's a certain teacher out in that world that needs to see our boys' growth in this episode. Just saying.
We only have 3 episodes left. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah. Adam, I'm going to believe. That's what I'm going to do.
Obviously, we'd love to hear your thoughts, your opinions, all that. We do read them. Sometimes we even comment on them. So certainly leave them. If there's any little detail or nuance that we missed, point it out to us. We love catching that stuff. You guys sometimes see things that we didn't. So leave those down below. Of course, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you next time. This is Adam and Andrew with It Takes 2 Takes.
I need to run these cables better, get some clips or something. I got to give enough slack, because if I move this arm, it went like that and bent and snapped the cord. Could have messed up the port, and it didn't.
Keep the Velcro a little loose, just so it has room to move within the Velcro.
Yeah.
But it still keeps them kind of bundled together a little bit.
All right. Season 3, episode 9 of Ted Lasso. We're back at it again.